Now there's this thing I do when I've been cooking, and I have some ingredient left over, an abundance of ingredient left over, and I don't want to waste it. Like if I've made tacos and I have still a whole bunch of cilantro left, I'll figure out some recipe to use the cilantro. So I just made some scones, really nice. They had ground sausage and pepperoni, and then of course they had some green onion and all kinds of goodies like that. Turned out great. Used buttermilk to make them. And now I have a lot of buttermilk left over. I don't want to throw away $3 worth of buttermilk. $3 is $3. So I'm going to do a recipe with buttermilk, and it's going to be a fried chicken. And it's going to have jerk seasoning on the chicken, and I'll show you how that's going to work. And it's also going to have another spice too, actually, at the tail end. I'll show you all of that, and it's going to be gluten-free as well, even though it's fried, because gluten-free is how I have to roll. Now, when it comes to chicken, my preference by far are thighs with the skin on. I like the dark meat in there. I like the texture of the thighs, so stick with those. What we're going to do is take a 1 gallon Ziploc, because it has to be liquid tight. It's going to soak overnight in the fridge, and just load it up as much as possible that it will still seal. I don't think I'll get this whole pack in here. I also like to cook in large quantities and then freeze things for what I call emergency meals. When I get home and I just don't feel like cooking, it's only me in the house, and so sometimes I don't want to do that. So I'll cook extra, and then I use I call a suck-em-up machine, Daisy Seal a meal. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of these close. Yeah, I will. Okay, they'll all fit in there. Now, 2 things we're going to do. First, we're going to shake, because it's buttermilk. Then, fill it as much as possible. Glug, 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 glug. Make sure it gets in there. And now, the jerk chicken. A very generous quantity of the jerk chicken seasoning. And this will go into suspension, not solution, into suspension with the buttermilk. And I'll have to squeeze this a whole bunch of times. There we go. To get it circulated around all of that chicken. And that's how we do it. So that's going to go in the refrigerator overnight, and then we'll continue this tomorrow. Now here's the next part to get some flavor out of there. So these are 2 choices for gluten-free flour, and they're both very good. Good quality. I like them both. I'm not going to praise one over the other. I use more Bob's, but this is all good stuff. So go ahead and use King Arthur's as well. Anyway, so put that in there. Put it in your dredging pan or bowl. And then, I told you 2 more flavors. Lemon and pepper. McCormick. This is the great stuff. Chicken loves this to death. I don't care if you're doing this recipe, putting on a barbecue, anything you want. Chicken loves that. So put it in here and use a lot of it. You cannot overdo lemon and pepper with chicken. It's impossible to overdo it. I mean, until you can't even see the skin anymore. Put it on there. Mix it in here, and then dredge it, and then right into the frying pan with your tallow. You know, you can't mess that up. The tallow is perfect for this. Give it a try. And this is how the process goes, right? Everybody knows how to dredge. You pull it out of the bag that's been soaking in that buttermilk mixture for overnight. Dredge it in the flour. Get it good and done. Get it on the plate, and then it goes into the pan. Oh yeah, the pan. We all know how to do that. And here is the final product. Nice and crunchy because you can cook at the higher temperature with the tallow, much higher than if you were using olive oil, for example, or even any of the seed oils, because mostly people would use the seed oil for this. And you have the benefit of knowing that the only thing you have here is tallow. There are no preservatives, no chemicals. Buttermilk, again, no preservatives, no chemicals. So, good, pure chicken. Mm-mm.